Hi, everybody. Welcome to Hooking and Stitching Island Style. I'm Antoinette, your hostess, coming to you from Deer Island, New Brunswick, Canada, located in the Bay of Fundy. I want to welcome all returning Fibre family members, new Fibre family members, first time here, want to join the family, become a member, click subscribe below, click the bell, click all, and hopefully YouTube will notify you when I upload a video or I'm doing a live or make a community post. As the title says, this is a book look. And since this is December 1st, and I received this last year for my Happy Mail Advent project and never got around to doing a book look at it. And being that I'm planning my projects for 2024, I thought, let's do a book look. Also, I have been working on tutorials for mini skeins. There's different ways to do them. So I'm still working on that. Little sis and I we're behind on our Advent, but it's no big deal. Life happens, and her and I exchange parcels and things all the time, so it's no big deal. So I won't be doing an Advent this year, as far as like a daily Advent, but I am putting the one up for Barb that I got her the beginner crochet Advent box from Lisa at Ladybird Loves. So I'll be putting up shorts of her opening up her daily packages. So if you remember last year, I received this from Little Sis for Christmas, and it is the Mill Store Island Knits from the Mines of Mini Mills. Belfast, Prince Edward Island, I believe this is from. And these are some designs, and I will tell you who the designs are for. There's some in here that I've never tried the technique, so whether I do that this year or 2025, we'll see. So I'm going to start with the first pattern. These are paid for patterns, so I won't be showing you. I gotta hide this down here. Just gonna fold this in half, or so I thought I was gonna fold it in half to block out what it is we have up there. I'll just fold this piece of paper so I don't violate any copyright laws. Is this picture here? Can you see there? Okay. This is called, you want to get a screenshot of it. This is called the Cape Bear Rose and Cape Bear Front Hat and Headband Combo. So I'm trying to see. It's by Simone Van Eiderstein. And special techniques is Latvian braid trim and lots of charts. And this is the headband of the same pattern. So that might be a later because of the Latvian braid. I've done something like a Latvian braid, but never the actual Latvian braid. Okay, so let's see. This looks like pretty much a basic beanie with some color work in it. And this is called the Garlock Slouchy by Connie Spencer. Looks like just a basic beanie with some color work in it. And it's got charts. This next one is a possibility I'll make, but I will, I think, change the weight of the yarn, only because we all know that I love cables, whether they're crocheted or knitting. This is the Scarf of Green Cables. Now, in PEI, you have Anna of Green Gables. So I think this is a play on that. And this is by Troy Martin, and it is a Scarf of Green Cables. So it looks pretty much like garter stitch with a cable trim or going through the whole scarf. So that could be interesting. It says 500 yards of a worsted weight. So if you dropped your needle size, dropped your yarn size, you could probably make that like a nice wrap. Possibilities. That's what's so great about what we do. Our gets the creative juices flowing. Let's see, what do we have next? Ooh, okay, this is Argyle. Remember Argyle socks? This is the Argyle Shore Cowl by Simone van Ijderstein. And this is going to be a technique of color work. And then this is wearing it. I'm hiding the chart that's up there. So I've never done Argyle. Like I said, my color work mosaic is probably about the most color work I've ever done. Now this is Fair Isle. Special techniques, make one right, make one left, and I-cord bind off. I've done an I-cord bind off doing one of Lindsay from Nita Eco Chic's patterns. These are called the Fair Isle de Saint Jean fingerless gloves. Now that might be something I might be able to try. I'd have to watch some tutorials on Fair Isle. These are all knitting, by the way. Thus, Island Knits. And special techniques. I think it's all said. Yeah, that was the only special techniques for that one. And here's another close-up of them. And I think probably for this you could use scraps for your color work. Good way to use up scraps. And fingerless mitts don't take up a whole lot, so it could be a scrap project. Now this next pattern, I have seen this. I've seen videos of it being done, and it looks interesting to me. And it's an old technique, especially for making warm mittens. It's called thrumming, and it consists of pulling, almost like yarn that they would use for spinning, just really loose, pulling it through and making a stitch. I'm going to show you here. These are the Belfast Mini Mills thrum mittens. And there are some tutorials on YouTube that show what thrumming is, because when you flip the mitten inside out, all the ends of the yarn that was pulled through is there, and it makes for very warm mittens, keeping your hands warm. But just put thrumming into the search box for YouTube and look them up. I think Stacy at Berry Pink Knits has one that she does on thrumming. I mean, there's a lot on there. I've watched it being done, and it was interesting. Okay, now this I'm probably going to make. These are called the Island Bonfire Socks. 2x2 ribbing, and then just it's got some detail work. If you look here, it's got detail work in the middle of the leg there. So it could be interesting. I was looking to see if it had any special stitches to it, but it doesn't have any special stitches. Now the next few are all color work, something that is way in the future for me when I have more time. I'm not working full time. Well, I'm not working full time right now, but you know what I mean, when I'm able to sit and concentrate on this. But this first one is called the Wee Lamb Baby Sweater by Connie Spencer. That's really cute. And it's all done using charts, and the sweater is worked in the round from the bottom up, and the sleeves are joined to the body, and the yoke is worked in one piece. So interesting construction, but again, color work. Here's another picture of it close up. And this is for a child. Now this next one, let's see if I can find a better picture of it. I'll show you this one, and then I'll show you the other one. This is called Evan's Cardigan. You see all the different colors in there? Now this comes in 7 different sizes. It is Fair Isle, multi-stranded, double stitches, and intarsia. So this is a very advanced pattern. And I'm not an advanced knitter. 2, maybe 3 colors is about as adventurous as I'm going to get. To start with anyways. This one here is called the Victoria Park Evening Shawl by Troy Martin. Oh, I forgot to tell you who made the Evans sweater. And it was Sheila Sutherland. This next one is the Victoria Park Evening Shawl by Troy Martin. It's a nice lace work. It's done in a lace weight. Well, it says 420 yards of light fingering weight yarn, or you can do it at 1,000 yards of lace weight. So, and in this one here, it gives you some notions and options. And one of the options is a 1mm crochet hook and about 1,200, either size 6 or size 8 seed beads. And this one shown here, you can see, it's hard to see, but it does have beads in it. And it's made, this one is done in lace weight, and it had approximately 1,200 size 6 seed beads in it. It's kind of hard to see the beads in the picture, but it's a very pretty shawl. Done in lace, that would be really nice. And it's done, excuse me, completely with charts. I am like mega slow at reading charts. I'm very slow at doing charts. The solar flare that I'm doing, yes, is charts, but she also has the written, which is what I go by. When I do mosaic, I've done the charts, and I have done knitting from charts. My very first chart was a scarf with Canadian maple leaves inset on it, and I did that. I think my first year I got back into knitting. It took me, I think, 4 months to do it. I kept screwing up, and I'll put this in the description box. It says the Mill Store, they have a YouTube channel, and it's called The Worst, in parentheses, it did ED, Worst, parentheses, ED, podcast on YouTube. So I'll find it, put a link, and I'll have to subscribe to them. But this was a gift from little sis. And it says, Island, this is the first pattern book produced by Belfast Mini Mills, Ltd. Our yarns featured in the book are, and it gives a collection of all the yarns that they showed in this book. Okay, and I look forward to doing some of these patterns. And it was a lovely gift. Thank you, little sis. But after a year, we finally got to see my book look on the Mill Store's Island Knits. So for 2024, I will be making at least one pattern from this book. So I hope you like the book look. And like I said, in the description box, I will link their YouTube channel, and you can go check them out. I've been to PEI a lot, but I've never been to their store. Little sis and I were scheduled to go last year when I was up there for school, and then Hurricane Fiona came in, and we all got skedaddled out of there, and they canceled the Fibre Festival. So one of these days we're going to go back. We're going to go to the Little Mill Store, and we'll do a video. So look at that. I've kept it to under 15 minutes. I'm getting better at it, but sometimes it necessitates the video is going to be longer depending on what the subject matter is. Tutorial, sun's shining right now. Working on the tutorial, And I'm happy to say that all my Island Yarnies Christmas packs are out. So we're getting there. I do have one acquisition that's being delivered today. It's just a little thing, but we'll talk about it. My sock knitters will be interested in it. So I hope wherever you're at, you're staying healthy, you're staying safe, you're happy, doing what it is that makes you happy. Remember, hug, smiles, and happiness. Pass it on. Make the world a better place. Do it every day, just not this time of year. Bye for now from Deer Island, and I'll see you in the next video. Love you all.